just really proud of our football team, proud for the Trojan family. We really came into this game wanting to make the Trojan family proud and get our 10th victory. Cannot tell you how excited I am for our players, the accomplishments that they made. We talked about what type of men we were going to be in the face of adversity. You know, were we going to use it as an excuse to be on your third string head coach? Were we going to just let up, or were we going to say, you know what, we're not going to fail today? And these guys did a tremendous job of executing the game plan, really being into this game. We'd like to thank the Royal Purple Las Vegas Bowl, the city of Las Vegas, for a tremendous week, and it just capped off today. Could not think of a prettier day or a better win for this team.
Do you think your team's speed is just too much for Fresno State to handle?
I don't know about that. They have a tremendous football team, and we have a lot of respect for them. I'll be honest, I was very nervous coming into the game about the amount of pressure that they bring on, especially when you have two offensive linemen, backup offensive linemen, replacing two starters. And just an unbelievable job by the offensive line, Coach Summers and Coach Craig, for protecting Cody all day and giving him time to throw the ball.
Cody, you didn't want it to be about you against Derek, but you had the better game tonight. Just talk about your day.
Derek played great. Derek is a great quarterback, but that's what our defense has done all year. We've had guys come in, especially we played Oregon State. They had a great quarterback, but our defense is so good at stopping the run, stopping the pass, and confusing teams that it makes it difficult. And I see it every day at practice. But that helps us out so much on offense when we know that they're going to be able to do that and they'll be able to come games that teams only put up 60, 70 points and hold them to, I think they had 20 points today. So that's a lot of credit due to our defense.
Talk about your season, though, to cap it with 4 touchdowns and ball MVP.
Yeah, it was a great game today, and like Coach Ellen said, this is 100% due to our offensive line. They worked so hard. They studied film all week. I'm so proud of Abe Markowitz and John Martinez, two guys that weren't starters this year and had to come in and play a really good Fresno State team, and you saw Abe was the offensive player of the game. So a lot of that's due to them and our receivers. They're just freak athletes. They make plays, and that's why they come to SC and they get the ball. And that's my job: get the ball to them and let them make plays and make the right reads.
Cody, if you had to rate your confidence level at the beginning of the season versus now, where would that be?
Obviously our confidence is way up right now. I don't think never was a lack of confidence. Guys on here, always believed that we could win. I think that there was a point in the season where these guys really came together and started playing together and playing for each other instead of playing as individuals. And when we do that, people see what happens. People saw all year when we played, as one team and played as a family, and you play for your brother next to you. Anything can happen for this team.
Cody, can you talk about that first half? 5 touchdowns and 8 possessions.
That was great. That's due to Coach Elton's play calling. He schemes every defense very well. Even though we watch a ton of film and I get boring at times, it helps so much. And I can't thank him enough for preparing me to have the season that I did. And putting everybody in those positions to make plays and allowing us, to get the coverages we want so we can be effective on offense. A lot of credits to, like I said, the receivers, the running backs, offensive line. Everyone as a whole unit. This game really stepped up.
Clay, could you describe Cody once he became the guy? What came over him? Did he relax more, and what's the progression been like for him ever since?
Well, I tell you, anytime that you get reps, it's always going to help you. And then, when you talk about Cody Kessler, you're talking about just an absolute gym rat. He's a student of the game. He wants to improve each and every week. And just really proud of him with his natural progression. We talked about 3 things: decision-making, timing, and accuracy. And if you look at him as from game 1 to now, he's really protecting the ball well. A high level of accuracy. What I'm most proud of, he's making quick decisions. He's getting it in playmakers' hands where all of a sudden they have space away from the defender. And if you give Marquise Lee just an inch, just like you saw today, he's going to catch an in route if it's thrown on time, and he's going to take it the distance. So just really proud of his progression that he's made this year. I know great things are ahead of him for the future.
Coach, what was the game plan in stopping Devontae, like you guys did?
I'm going to tell you what, Clancy Pendergast and the defense, to hold that offense 254 yards, who had been averaging 570 a game with a tremendous quarterback and receiving core. You know, we came into this game saying that we were going to be ultra aggressive in all three phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. And, you know, it didn't all work, but we wanted that mindset going in, and our players fed off of it. We were going to take shots. We were going to try to surprise onside people. We were going to be, if you saw Clancy today, he brought pressures consistently against them, and then the back end guys like these guys held up against a very good receiving core. Very proud of them.
Coach, you had Devontae one-on-one a lot of the game. How were you able to do to keep him in check?
Well, first my hat goes off to our front seven and Clancy Penny guys. I've been in college football for about 4 years now, and I've had a different defensive coordinator every single year, and this guy, he's second to none. I have a lot of respect for him. He really gets his troops rallied up and to go out there and play for him. So we all just love him as a whole. And as far as for me, it's a challenging position to play defensive back, and playing Adams today was just another challenge. I see these type of receivers every day in practice, and so I just want to be real physical with him and just kind of mix it up with him and just frustrate him in the car.
Cody, what did you and Derek say to each other after the game?
He came up to me. He just said, "I'm so proud of you, brother. I love you. I'll call you when I get back to Bakersfield." And he's going back. He's the 23rd, and we're gonna go get dinner or something, and hang out for a little bit. But we told each other we're proud of each other, and then I told him that I wish him the best of luck next year in the NFL, and I know he's gonna be a high pick and do great things. He's a great quarterback, and like I said, nothing against him. Our defense just does a great job of slowing guys down like that, and like Coach Elton said, holding the team to almost 300 yards under their average is amazing. And but yeah, no, me and Derek real close. There was nothing negative, just short.
Cody, was the celebrating on the sideline, the dancing, was that just kind of show that you guys were enthused about this game?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's what we've been doing all year. We did an Oregon State game. We do it at home. We played Arizona. It's not nothing negative. We just our guys get excited, and we call it everybody up, or we call it something.
All hands on deck.
All hands on deck, and it's just something we've done all year. And it's keep the guys pumped up, keep guys into it. Maybe guys on the sideline get them pumped up and stuff. We do it and keep just for ourselves.
Coach,
You guys had a 4th down conversion and tried 2-point conversion on the very first drive, and then followed that up with an onside kick. Was the mentality just that you guys really had nothing to lose today?
Well, we said going into this game that we would fire every bullet that we had. And we told our offense, defense, and special teams that we wanted to be ultra aggressive and really come after what we felt was a terrific football team in Fresno State. We had studied a ton of film, and the teams that had just kind of laid back and weren't aggressive, that team could put up a lot of yards and a lot of points on you. So we really wanted to come out and establish ourselves right from the beginning and start fast, and I thought the guys did a tremendous job.
Coach, there's been talk about you heading to Florida or even you staying here. How were you able to stay focused on the task at hand?
Well, you only, as a coach, you focus on one thing, and that's your job. I've never talked about other jobs. It's just not something that I've done. I don't believe in it. And if you're going to beat a Fresno State team, you better spend every waking second, preparing, or they're going to get after you. And that's all we've done as an entire coaching staff. Not only myself, but those guys in that other room. You're talking about some special individuals. To make the oath that we made after Game 5, and for those guys, the professionalism that they've shown and the want to make sure that this season is a special season for our kids, I cannot say how proud I am to be associated with this coaching staff.
Cody, when you think back on this season and what you guys went through, everything, and to finish like this, how would you sum that up?
It's just remarkable. It's unbelievable, and there's so many words you can say for this team, but then you find yourself speechless. It's just you sit back and you're in awe of what these guys have gone through. I've talked about it before, but I'm just so proud of these guys. This is a team that hopefully will be remembered forever. In UFC history, and these seniors, left their mark and left their legacy on this school, and hopefully people that have played here before and the tradition behind it. Hopefully those people are proud of us for the way we represent UFC, and I cannot be more blessed, to be a quarterback of this team, and be able to play with these guys every Saturday.
Clay Marquise delivered the sort of performance we've grown accustomed to over his first 2 years. Was it a matter of him just having a couple weeks to get healthy, or what would you credit his performance to?
I think one, he was finally healthy, and we started getting excited as an offensive staff. You know, I thought this last 8 practices was his best of the entire year, and you could see it. The way he practiced like a pro this week. And we were extremely excited seeing that for him. We knew he was going to do big things today. He's finally getting right. I wish he could have been healthy earlier in the season, but we're just thankful for all that he did for us throughout the season, even with injury. And it was nice to see him healthy, and you can see what he can do when he's healthy.
Cody, this was a coming out party, not just this game, but maybe this season for you. Where do you go from here, you think?
Hopefully up. That's the point. Just get right back to work. Go enjoy Christmas with my family, and hang out with them for New Year's, and just right back to work. Go back down to LA and start training again and keep working. Because even though we did end 10-4, we still lost 4 games this year. Next year we don't want that to happen, and we want to be obviously the goal is undefeated. Pac-12 championship, Rose Bowl game, national championship. All those goals that we set for ourselves, and that starts tomorrow. This season's over with, and as great as it was, we got to move forward now, and we're ready for the next season.
Cody, there was talk about you guys may not be up for this game, especially what happened last year in El Paso. How did Coach Hilton prevent that?
Coach Hilton does a great job. There's a thing we do, every Friday in our meeting, we kind of lock in. We have, it's called the heartbeat. I have the drum playing, and Coach Hilton gave us a speech that if anybody was in question, if they were motivated, they weren't after that speech. And everyone bought into it. And that's a lot to do to these guys. These guys, it doesn't take a lot to get these guys motivated. Especially with this season. But Coach Hilton and all these coaches always keep us pumped up. And we stay excited. And I think the biggest thing is when you're playing for someone else, you want to be your best. You want to play for them. You don't want to let them down. So I think that was a big part of it too.
What do you say?
No, that's between us.
Cody, sounds like you would like him back as your offense coordinator.
Yeah, this guy taught me the offense. He's taken care of me the last 3 years. He's always been there for me. But outside of a coach, he's an amazing man, and he's taught me so much, about being a person. And that's one of the things he always talks about. You're going to be a father someday. You're going to be a husband. You're going to be a boyfriend. You're going to be all these things, and that comes first, and that's important in your life, and that reflects on how you play football. But yeah, obviously, I would love to play for this man for as long as I could. But that's not up to me. So I'm going to control what I can control.
One more question?
For both players, can you talk about when Coach said the aggressive approach you guys were going to take today, offense, defense, special teams, going on 4th down, that kind of thing? What does that do for you as players?
It's definitely exciting whenever you can go out there and, we knew that after we scored the first possession, we were going to go for an onside, we were going to get the ball back, and we were going to try to score. We did that. Unfortunately, we weren't able to keep possession of the ball. But as players, you just love that, to know that your coaches have the trust in you to dial up an aggressive game plan. And so we just came out here today and we just performed, and hat goes off to all the players and all the coaches. It was definitely a one-team win today.
That's good.